Welcome back, Charles, Karin, and I have a wonderful friend here with me today. I want you to hear a little bit of his testimony. And let me tell you, first of all, I was pastor, actually the founding pastor of Grace Fellowship here in Boynton Beach years ago. And then I resigned, was on the road traveling, another pastor came. And in that time, Rick and his family joined the church. I went back just one Sunday to preach and met this wonderful man, and he's been a son and special friend ever since. But I want you to hear Rick's testimony of how we met. And I want you to share with them, Rick, a little bit about what happened that day.
Yeah. Well, it was a great and wonderful day for me, that's for sure. I had finally come back to the Lord, had been running a long time, and came to Grace Fellowship Church. And I happened to hear Pastor Charles preaching, and it was a good preach. But afterwards, he asked if anybody needed prayer. And I raised my hand and I said, sure, I need prayer. And a little story before that, what had happened when I was working with my hands all my life, I had arthritis really bad, and I could no longer use my hands. I couldn't turn a screwdriver without my hands hurting. I couldn't hold a hammer, and I make a living with my hands. And so when Charles made the request for prayer, I jumped up and said, sure, I need prayer. And approached the altar, seen Charles, and Charles said, what can I pray for you for? And I said, my hands don't work. And he said, well, arthritis? I said, yes, probably. He goes, do you believe in Jesus Christ? Are you a believer? I said, yeah, I'm a believer. And he asked a strange question. Charles, you asked me, do you believe that Jesus Christ is Lord over arthritis? And I thought that was kind of an odd question. And I thought about it for a second, and I said, of course, Jesus is the Lord over arthritis. And Charles prayed for me. No lightning bolts. I didn't fall out in the spirit. However, I would say 2 or 3 days, 4 days, maybe a week afterwards, I was doing something that following week, and I was using my hands without pain. And I realized at the request and prayers of Charles, the Lord truly is, God is truly Lord over arthritis, and my hands have been healed. And that has been 20 years ago.
Wonderful.
So my hands, not only did God heal them, he healed them permanently. And after that, I did some handiwork at Charles's house. You got to meet him as a pastor and somebody who worked for him. And by the grace of God, I've been able to embrace Charles as not only a pastor, but a friend, and now a father. And so that's a brief testimony of the grace of God, and it was truly, truly a miraculous moment and a move in my life that's lasted for over 20 years.
That's awesome. I want you to know, Rick is kind of an example of a number of men that the Lord has put in my life. He's now an ordained pastor, and a number of pastors whom I've had the privilege to kind of father, and it's been a joy of my life. I've got sons all across the U.S., South America, everywhere from London to Russia, Kazakhstan, and other places. And that's been one of the unexpected joys of my life in ministry. Anyway, Rick is now moving from Florida to Michigan, and we're not going to be seeing much of each other as we did. And so I was so thrilled today. We were having lunch when he was rehearsing how years ago he and I first came together and met. So I'm delighted, Rick. Thank you, bless you for coming.
You are a wonderful father.
Well, any rate, I am so blessed, and God has been so incredibly good to me because they're pastors, most of them scattered various places of the world. Many of them I haven't seen again, but hear this, that bonding of fatherhood is still there, still there. Any rate, blessings on you. We'll talk again real soon. God bless you. We'll see you later. Bye.